Hi friends and welcome back to my channel. For today's video I will be sharing what my goals are for my reading and for this channel in 2024. We're gonna talk about my reading goals, but we're also gonna talk about my channel goals. The big one, the basic one, the typical one. How many books do I want to read next year? What's my Goodreads challenge? This year it was 80 books. I'm currently at 81. I think I might be able to hit 82 or 83 depending before the end of the year. Last year my goal was 75. I got to 79, I think. I'm conflicted, honestly. My initial plan for this was to set my goal to 85 books. I do like to up my goal a bit, to challenge myself a bit more. And since I hit 80, I thought that, hey, naturally the next one is 85. But honestly, I'm not certain because I want to up my goal. But I do feel like the last 2 years have proven that around 80 is where I will get to with the amount of work I do now, with me living alone, managing my own household and stuff. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my Goodreads reading goal to 81 books. That way I'm upping myself from this year, but I know I will be able to reach it because 85 feels too much. It feels like it might be as 1 or 2 books too many for me. And I don't want to put it at 83, even though I think I would be able to reach 83, because for some reason I don't like that number. 83 feels like a weird number. But 81, with the motivation of just upping my previous goal, from 80 to 81, that I'm fine with. Okay, it's decided now. I decided it on the spot. I'm gonna set my Goodreads reading challenge goal, my year-long reading goal, whatever, to 81 books. Perfect. That was a long rant about that, but hey, I feel very content with that decision actually. Next reading goal that for me is one of the bigger ones, and that I've actually had for the last 2 years, haven't completed, haven't reached, so it's gonna continue to be a goal until the day it happens. But that is, I want to attempt to halve my physical TBR. I've done this 2 years in a row now. Basically, I monitor my physical TBR, I count how many books I have at the start of the year, and then I try to halve that number throughout the year. It's a way for me to attempt to not perhaps add that many books to my physical TBR and to also motivate me to unhaul books. I'm gonna continue to have this as a goal. I don't know how many books are on my physical TBR at the moment. I will be making the last monitoring my TBR video for the final quarter of this year. That will be going up somewhere early January. Around that same time, I will also be making my entire physical TBR video where I share every single unread book that I own. So in those videos, you will have the complete number, and that will decide how many books I need to read physically from my own TBR in 2024. But I would say that I probably have more than 120 books on my physical TBR. Now it might sound insane, because that would mean that I would need to read at least 60 books of my physical TBR. Is it likely? I don't know. I think this year I ended up at around 38 to 40 from my physical TBR. I'm gonna continue attempting this until I succeed. Those are like my 2 big ones that I tend to do. Previous years I've also done a lot of goals regarding reading non-fiction, reading translated books. I do follow stats on that with my reading throughout the year, and I will be sharing my stats for my reading year of 2023 with you at the start of January, and we will look at those numbers. For the next year, I won't have any goals like that. It really worked out for me to have a goal to read basically 1 non-fiction per month. That was my goal, and I started to actively pick non-fictions for my monthly TBRs in order to achieve it. But then somewhere around July, I started to pick up non-fictions on my own, and I no longer had to force myself to read non-fiction, and I've read well more than 12 non-fiction books in this last year, which has been so cool, so I do feel like that worked. The goal I do have is I want to lower my currently reading. I had this as a goal this year. I believe my previous year as well. I have this as a goal every single year as well. But this time I'm actually gonna focus on it, and I will already start working on this in January. My currently reading is, I believe, at the moment at 20 books. And no, those are not books that I'm actively reading right now. They are books I've started to read, put aside because I needed to read something for something else, and then I've picked those books back up again basically. I want to free myself from this annoyingly long list. I want to free myself from it, and I want to make sure that by the end of 2024, the number of books I'm currently reading will be less than 10 books. If they are not, I'm gonna need to unhaul books until they are less than 10 books. Okay, this is a promise. This will happen. If I can kickstart the year with just like clearing my currently reading by attempting to get through most of them, then we will be good. Like, I'm aware I have a problem with my currently reading. I'm well aware, and I have attempted to solve it. And somehow it has just gotten worse. So we're gonna see. I did say I don't have a goal of reading like specifically non-fiction or translated books or similar, but a goal I do have, which is like similar, is I want or need actually to get through my Illumicrate books. Every month or every other month or whenever, I pay for an Illumicrate book, sometimes two, and they are beautiful, they are stunning, and they are just sitting on my shelves collecting dust because I don't read them and I don't know why. And it's super duper annoying actually, because the books themselves, not perhaps too expensive, but the shipping from UK to Sweden is like the same price as the book, and my economist, myself, won't allow me to do that anymore. So my aim for 2024 is to read at least 12 of my Illumicrate books. Books I've received from the Illumicrate book box subscriptions, I need to read at least 12 of those. It can be the book of the month, the one I received that month, it can be the previous month, it can be whichever Illumicrate book. But by the end of the year, I hope to have read at least 12 of my Illumicrate books, and by reading those books and figuring out if I actually enjoy them or not, I might come to the conclusion that I don't want to be subscribed anymore. I don't know. I love having those books, they are beautiful. Each month I look forward towards receiving the package. It's an experience, it's so cool, I adore it. I have some gorgeous editions. I need to read my books, damn it. That's why I have the half my physical TBR goal as well. But specifically Illumicrate books. I'm starting to get anxious about not reading them, so I'm gonna force myself to read them, and hopefully, as with the nonfiction, it might build a habit. We'll see. There are a couple of year-long challenges I plan on doing as well. First we have Buzzwordathon hosted by Books and Lala, Kayla. I'm doing this now in 2023 and I'm loving it, and I've almost completed it. This might be the only book challenge I actually complete this year, and since I've had a good experience with it, I want to continue with it in 2024, and my aim will be to read the books monthly, so read the corresponding prompt to the month. Another challenge I will be doing is the 12 books recommended by 12 friends. I've collected my list, it's here, it's beautiful, I'm very excited about it. I did start out well this year with my 12 books recommended by 12 friends, but it sort of didn't go so well after like May or something. And just to, I guess, summarize my reading goals, a thing I came up with in preparation for 2024 is to use words to describe different areas of my life and to basically, I guess, represent things I want to achieve in those areas of my life. For 2024, the two words I'm using to describe my reading year are fun and fulfilling. When I'm having fun with my reading, I'm reading more. Simple as that. I'm not forcing myself through anything, I'm not being annoyed, I'm feeling well, I'm taking care of myself, I'm excited, I'm relaxed, I'm calm and fulfilling. I have this desire to learn from the books I read and to broaden my horizons and understandings for things, and I want to read so many different topics, and I want to read more nonfiction and learn about things and develop, and also fulfilling in a way that I feel like I'm up to date with recent releases, or I'm reading books you should have read and similar. I want to feel fulfilled by my reading, and I want to have fun when I read. Those are my two words. Next up, we have my channel goals. My goals for Clumsy Charlotte. As you may or may not have noticed, I have struggled a bit with this channel in the last few months. I have been posting, I have been active, but perhaps not as consistent as I tend to be. It's been tricky for many reasons. But what I do know is I love this channel and I love creating content, and like, I got this new camera this year that I'm obsessed with, and I finally have a proper mic for it. I'm expanding my kit, I'm learning more, I'm developing my skills, I'm building something, I actually feel like now. I have proper tools for doing this, and I'm very excited to continue to build my camera kit. So I am obsessed with BookTube, my channel, editing, filming, all of that. But it's also like, I have a life. That sounds bad. No, but honestly, like, I work 40 hours a week. I attempt to work out. I have my apartment that I need to keep tidy. I need to feed myself. I want to hang out with friends and family. I want to be able to watch television and not feel like I need to do something else. Like, there's a lot that I like to do other than this. But basically, for 2024, I want to rekindle, let's say, my love for this channel and for creating videos. What I wish to achieve is basically I want to be obsessed. Feel obsessed with every single video that I post. Because I feel like you know this as well. Sometimes you're not in the mood for filming, but you feel like you need to. You don't really put that much effort into editing or thumbnails or whatever, but you still post things, which is completely fine. And people can still enjoy that content. Similar with reading and having fun. I know that I love this the most when I feel like I'm genuine with something I do, when I play around with new ideas, when I give myself time to edit a video and try new effects and similar, like that's when I have the most fun. I want to feel obsessed with every single video I post. And that means that I might not post 2 videos a week. I've been trying to stick to a schedule of posting on Thursdays and Sundays. I've tried to stick to the schedule for about 2 years, I think. I will still have that schedule in the back of my mind because I feel like that's quite a solid spacing between videos and all of that. But I'm not gonna beat myself up in case I don't post something on a particular day, or if I just post 1 video in a week. And I'm also not gonna stop myself from perhaps posting more videos in a week or posting on different days. I want to love my own content more. I think that's the aim of this. I've also been thinking about perhaps rebranding a bit. Not that I have a particular brand, I would say. I feel like my content is pretty bookish, occasionally lifestyle-ish, occasionally journal-ish, and just my general interests. And it will continue to be that way, perhaps even a bit more lifestyle-ish. And now that I have a new Hobonichi, it might be a bit more journal-ish as well. I don't know where I belong. What was my point in this? Oh yeah, rebranding. This is not related at all actually. You know the start card and end card that I have? It would be cool if perhaps sometime throughout the year I would upgrade them, update them, whatever, switch them up. I've had them since I started, basically. I don't mind them. I don't even remember how I made them. They look freaking cool in my opinion, and I love the red. Switch up some graphics, I guess. That's a random goal, but let's put it as a goal. And then a goal that I had for 2023, didn't reach, and I'm gonna keep for 2024, is that I want to get 1,000 subscribers. I've said it before, I work well with numbers, they motivate me, and I think I had this as a goal for this year. I'm at about 860, which is incredible. But yeah, I'm just gonna throw it out there. 1,000 subscribers, why not? Let's keep this goal until we reach it. The final thing I want to talk about, not necessarily channel specific, but more like book community specific. You could call this a soft launch. I want to create something. More specifically, the thing I wish to create or work on is called the Spinebreakers Book Club. Or Spinebreakers. I've had this feeling for a while that I've wanted to contribute with something to the book community, but there's so much out there. And then one day on camera I caught myself coming up with the name Spinebreaker, because that's what I say when I crack my books. Like I love having paperbacks, I love bending my books, I call it back cracking, spine breaking. And when I was talking about that, I thought that, hey, Spinebreakers is a really freaking cool name. And I want to do something with that. It's like a soft launch. I'm still working out some details. It's something that's gonna start out as like a monthly book club where everyone will be welcome. And it might possibly develop into something more. All I know is I have Spinebreakers and I want to do something with it. That's why I'm soft launching it. There will be more information when I have more. I want to create something with this in 2024. That's my goal basically. Keep your eyes peeled and stay tuned, and I hope that whatever this is and whenever it happens, you will be interested to hear more. That's it for the goals. Very blabbery and chatty, not so structured. It was a bullet point list, but with very long points. I would love to hear what your reading goals, bookish goals, book community goals are, so please share them in the comments and we can support each other. That would be awesome. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed. Please take care and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye!
You gotta just go for it. Don't take think about what comes